The FEMA Appendix C information, which is one of the things that really started me questioning things here. A few of the points that I'd like to talk about there to fill you guys in on as to why I was so interested in this. The FEMA Appendix C that I'm referring to here was basically a metallurgical study. There were 2 or 3, I forget exactly, beams that were found in the debris pile that had they'd been melted. There were sections of them that clearly showed melting. They had sections that were thinned away, and there were actually holes through them, and some of the ends were just melted away or even possibly evaporated away. When I started to look into the report, basically what the metallurgists and scientists at WPI found was that the steel was being attacked intergranularly, preferentially, by a eutectic mixture of iron, iron oxide, and iron sulfide. That's basically what thermite can do. Normal thermite will produce iron, iron oxide in the molten form, but if you add sulfur to it, which is what's called thermate in the trade business, you just add a bit of sulfur, it also produces iron sulfide, and that again lowers the melting point through forming a eutectic, and it just basically makes the steel melt at a lower temperature. So instead of having to bring the steel up to 1500 centigrade, you can slice through it with material that's at 900 or 1000 degrees centigrade. So when I saw that in the FEMA report, you know, that there was actually melted steel, and jet fuel under normal conditions, or really it's just the most aberrant of conditions that can produce those types of temperatures, it's just not what should have happened inside of the World Trade Centers from the fires that I saw, that any steel should have been melted whatsoever. And when I saw those pictures and the work that they did, they talked about it that one of the comments that the professors made was that the melting of the steel could have happened either before the buildings fell or it could have happened after the buildings fell. They weren't really sure, but they left both conjectures open. My contention, based on finding thermite residue in the dust, is that it happened before. It didn't happen after in the fires that ensued in the rubble pile afterwards. It's all the characteristics of the microspheres, along with what I see in the attack of the beams that were actually found, tell me that thermite was involved in melting those steel beams.